So a little bit of sound check. If you can hear me, can anybody hear me? Just signify either you unmute and respond or you drop a chat. Just want to be sure that you can hear me. Am I audible? Am I audible? Just drop in the chat box that you can hear me. Okay, great. I can see the feedback. All right, so let's just run through the presentation. This tool is going to help people who struggle to recruit, people who struggle to build a team. The people who need this are those who are struggling and they cannot even build a team. So today's topic, last week, we did how to build your own business in 30 minutes a day. Today is all about how to overcome objection, mastering objections. So here's what you need to understand. Objection is a good thing. Objections are a good thing. Objections do not have to become rejection. So when you take objections personal, then it can lead to rejection. So this is part of what I want everybody here to understand as we get into this terrain. Understand that objections are good. When you see objections, I want to change how you feel about them. When somebody tells you, I don't like this platform, most times people will behave, to trigger negative emotions in you, the person presenting the opportunity. So how can we change that? So objections are normal. When you take objections personal, then they become rejection. Okay? So tell me, when you get rejections, how do you feel? When you get objections, how do you feel? All right, let's say you tell somebody about Aurum and they tell you it's a scam. How do you feel when you get those objections? Do you feel excited? You can unmute yourself and say something, or you drop it in the chat. What emotions do those objections trigger in you? Let's get some feedback. What emotions do the objections that you get trigger in you? You tell somebody about Aurum, you get into the presentation. After the presentation, he says, this is a Ponzi scheme. All right. You feel a challenge, okay? Or you feel that they've challenged you, right? Is that what you mean? Okay. So most people will feel sad. So, but I need you to change that. And that is why we're having this session. Remember, objections are not real. And I'm going to explain what all that means. So let's get right into the nitty-gritty. The next time you get an objection, somebody tells you, no, I don't believe in Aurum. I don't believe in this system. I don't believe in this opportunity. I need to understand that an objection is an opportunity. The moment they give you an objection, as you are feeling that negative emotion starting to come up, quickly switch it. And remember that this objection they're giving you is an opportunity. Now, before coming for this training, this webinar, maybe you have not been seeing it as an opportunity. All right? It's possible. But if you go through the next few, just pay attention to what I'm saying. The next time you see objection, you'll be excited. All right? An objection is an opportunity for you to build a relationship with the prospect. An objection is an opportunity for you to develop rapport with the prospect. Do you know you could be telling somebody about Aurum and the person will just be looking at you, will not say a word at you, and you finish talking, the person will turn and leave. That is going to be boring. For you to spend a few minutes telling somebody about an opportunity and the person doesn't say a word to you, just turns around and leaves, that is not going to be interesting at all. So do you prefer that, or do you prefer when somebody tells you something, when they give you an objection? So after tonight, The next time somebody gives you an objection, you need to say, thank God, though, he even gave me feedback. Thank you very much for the feedback. Yes, the person said this is a scam. It's a feedback. It is an opportunity for you to build rapport with the prospect. This is a change of thinking, a switch in your psychology for objections. Most people try to avoid objections, but you don't need to avoid them. It's an opportunity for you to build a relationship with a prospect. But objections will test you because you have your belief. If your belief is not strong enough and the prospect's belief is strong enough, all right? Yes, engagement is better than silence. Absolutely. I get you. So if your belief is not strong enough and the person's negativity is very strong, the person's negativity will wipe away your confidence. So your belief has to be stronger than your prospect's lack of belief. That is just a tip here. But you must care about your prospects. You must actually care about them. You must want their well-being. That is why you do not feel that when they give you that objection, you do not feel sad or angry or go into a negative spiral. All right? Objections can educate your prospects. And when you learn how to use the objections effectively, oh my God, you will just move your prospect from somebody who will not sign up to somebody who will sign up. It happens again and again and again. I'm telling you, the only thing stopping your prospect from signing up with Aurum is the objection they have. If you don't get to know what those objections are, you'll be thinking it's another thing and you'll be wasting your energy talking, and you waste so much energy. And at the end of the day, the problem was actually just something else, which if you knew, you could have used it and guided him effectively to provide clarity. And objections can also be a test to see how much you believe in the opportunity. Somebody can just look at you and just behave as if he doesn't trust. He wants to do it, but he'll be giving you a sort of attitude that like he doesn't want to do it. He just wants to see, do you really believe in the opportunity? So these are just a few things you need to know. Very important. So objections is an opportunity to build rapport. All right. When somebody gives an objection, generally, they are thinking, this Aurum are telling me, can I really do this? Do I know anybody? So maybe they have felt, oh, I need to recruit people. Do I know anybody? Or they're asking you, can I get some support from you? Or they're looking at you like, there must be a catch. You're telling me about this amazing opportunity. What's the catch? So these are various things going on in people's minds. But here's the catch. If you want to succeed in Aurum and go to the rank of Dominion and above, you must have to endure temporary loss of self-esteem from ignorant people, uneducated people in network marketing with less, will think less of you for a season. So what does that mean? You have to endure temporary loss of social esteem. This is why most people can't build a business, because their ego is too high. I can't be talking to people about opportunity. I can't be begging people to join the platform. But my question to you is, your ego and your pocket, your bank account balance and your ego, which one is bigger? If your bank account balance is bigger, congratulations. But if your ego is so big and your bank account balance is zero, you better bring down the ego. All right? So you just have to tolerate a temporary loss of social esteem from ignorant people. They think they know, but they're actually ignorant. And they will look down on you for sharing opportunity. That is the only thing you have to tolerate. If you can bring your mind to tolerate it and say, I will not even, I don't want to use a curse word, I will not care anymore what people think. I'm going to share the opportunity. Once you accept that they will shoot rejection rockets at you or objection rockets and they will look down on you, you will start and you will not even be bothered about what they think. Uneducated people in network marketing will look down on you for a season. It's only for a season. It's only for a season. And if you've looked at leaders, what they make across businesses, they make more than their monthly income. Sometimes they do 10 times their monthly salary. All right. So this is just to help you see that if you can't tolerate that negativity from people when they look down on you, you will not build an empire, and you will just be a passive beneficiary of Orum. Now, Orum for sure is powerful, even passively, if you have good capital. But most people don't have good capital. So that is why we have to show them how to remove their ego, bring it down so that their bank balance can grow. So objections give you an opportunity to add value to people's lives, right? They help prospects envision the future, right? You can build trust when they tell you their objections. You're going to see what I mean by all of this in a moment once we get into the future slides. So 5 keys to success. You have to be a consultant, all right? Whenever you're sharing Orum opportunity, you have to be like a consultant. You know, PricewaterhouseCoopers, we have, what are the other consulting firms? Ernst & Young, what are the other consulting firms? When you are a consultant, if you have ever been a consultant, you have to have the posture of or everything about the technology you are consulting for. So I remember when I was a consultant for one of the banks. So I just came into that job and I hadn't learned anything, though I was certified as an Oracle certified professional. But I hadn't worked on that application. I didn't know much about it. So I was really learning from the Indians who were on that project. I was learning directly from the Indians. So, but I had to sit with the composure of a consultant. When the bank staff will come to me, they say, hey, tell us, this is the issue we're having. Maybe they're confusing me with what they're saying, but I have to have the posture of a consultant. Okay? Always. And you can't betray that you're ignorant. So what you tell them is, okay, I'll check it out. Then you tell them to repeat the message. So is it they will just, you structurally break down what they're trying to describe and say, okay, I've noted it, I'll get back to you. Send a mail on this, and give us a couple of minutes and we'll get back to you. Then you take the issue, go meet the Indians. Then when you see, they will explain it to you. Then when you get a comprehension of it and get clarity, whatever needs to be done, you now go with that posture again. Like you know everything. So if you are presenting Orum opportunities to people, you have to be a consultant. You have to be confident. Of course, there will be things you don't know, but you say, okay, I'm going to get back to you in a moment. Let me just confirm this, okay? I think it's going to be like this, but I need to verify. All right, so you need to have that posture. Don't walk away too fast. All right, learn to engage people for a bit to understand why they have those objections. We'll see lots of examples in a moment. Understand your job. You see, when you're building Orum, whatever you're building, and this is what I tell people, your job is to educate and help people understand. They are blind. They are blind. They are blind, but they think they can see, but they don't know that they are blind. How can you help a blind person see? That's a lot of hard work. That's what you get paid for with Orum, because people have been blinded by one scam that the person was showing his face from his bedroom, and then the platform failed. People are blinded by all sorts of promises from high yield platforms that vanished. They're like, no. So you have to help these people see what makes Orum different from all those scam projects. So that's some good hard work, and that's what you get paid for. If you do it well enough, you get paid for it. And the fourth thing you need to know is know why people are objecting. Sometimes people object just to sound smart. You don't have to waste your energy on such people. Sometimes people are actually seeking clarifications. They might need time to understand what you're saying. Sometimes people have limiting beliefs, all right, and they feel inadequate. Sometimes it's just a reflex action. They just feel that they must push back. For you trying to tell them about something, they must push back, especially if it's cold markets where you're talking to people you don't know. All right, so don't push negativity on the people. Don't tell them, oh, you might be thinking, don't push objections on people. Just tell them to come to the presentation like we explained in the previous video. And then if they have objections, I'm going to show you how to overcome all those in a moment. All right, so one option for overcoming objection is to act surprised. So somebody tells you, for example, no, I don't think Orum is sustainable. You say, what? What? You don't think Orum is sustainable? Paying out 10% a month is not sustainable? Oh, tell me, how many platforms have you done that paid out 10% a month that collapsed on you? Oh, I don't know how to talk to people. What? You're not a salesperson? You're not a salesperson? But last time you called your birthday, the whole apartment was filled up with people that want to come for your birthday. You have lots of persons, you know lots of people. So sometimes you can act surprised. Once in a while, that's something in your bag that you might just use to overcome people's objections. Just act surprised and be like, is he surprised that I'm like this? I don't know people that, what? You don't know people? You? Then tell them the reasons, give them real life examples to show that they know people. All right. So when people give you objections, they actually, what the words they're telling you sometimes is not what they're really saying. They might use some words, but they are hiding their real concerns. So, for example, some common examples are, I don't have any money. I don't have any money. So I have somebody who told me, I don't have any money. Oh. What they're actually telling you is that you've not shown me enough value to justify my putting my money in this business. All right. So they rather be doing supplement business or something else. You will show me why I should put my money in this. You will show me why this is not going to be the next Ponzi scheme. Okay. So that's what they're actually telling you. It's not that they don't have money, but they're just like, this is not what I'm putting my money in. So how can you handle that? Sometimes you say, okay, you don't have money. How long do you want to stay like this, that you don't have money, you don't have money? How long do you want it to continue to happen in your life? We need to change that, can't we? Then you bring them back to the program and tell them, hey, come on. That's what Oren will go here help you solve. Don't you know how Oren will help you solve this? Then you properly educate them and mention the key things that make Oren unique. Somebody could tell you, oh, I don't have enough time for these things. What I'm telling you most times is, you haven't shown me enough reasons why there's enough value to justify my time. I'm a very busy person. Why should I pay attention to this program? So I don't have time. When people tell you I don't have time, they will make time for what is important for them. So this is what you need to know. Sometimes the objections people are telling you is not really what they have in mind. Prospects lie a lot. My family will not like it. All right. What they're just telling you is that they've had a negative experience that it affected their family and they just don't want to repeat this. So how can you handle all this? You might just tell them, oh, have you lost money in the past? I see. Tell me your story. Tell me your story. And if they open up to you, just listen. As they tell you their story, you will see the difference between the project they did and Orum. And you will use that point to show them the difference between where they lost money and Orum. All right, so there are 4 key steps I want you to remember today for joining this meeting. There are 4 key steps that you should use in handling objections. This is a skill. Trust me, this is a skill. When people give you objections, you listen. Okay, don't be in a hurry to talk. Just listen to them. And when you listen to them, you can ask questions for clarification. Like somebody tells you, oh, these things, they don't work. Say, okay, no problem. Help me understand. What do you mean by they don't work? Tell me, which one have you done that did not work? Just listen, don't talk. Let the person, as the person is talking, just be the listener. And if you don't listen, you will not be able to home in on what you can use to help them. But as you listen, you will realize the platform and the characteristics of the platform where they lost money. And you're going to spot the differences. And you're going to use the differences and compare them with Orum and tell the person, see, this platform that you talk about is totally different. This is how Orum is. Emphasize the key differences and take it from there. So listening is the first step. Then step 2, very important step, is relate. Relate to their pain. You have to connect to their pain. Once you connect to people's pain, you've brought them over. The reason why people will never join you in a business is because you've not connected to their pain. So you have to say, I understand how you feel. I understand. I get it, man. I get it. I get it. You and me, we're the same. We're the same. What you're saying, I feel it. I've gone through it. That's the B. Is extremely important if you're going to overcome objections. Remember, it's a skill set. Overcoming objection is a skill set. The more you can use that step B, oh my God, you will just see that the person who was resisting you will now suddenly be on your side. And of course, you want to tell stories. That's step C. And step D is if I, would you methodology. If I do this, would you? If I did this, would you? Okay? If I invited you to a presentation tonight by 8 p.m., would you attend? So that's a popular line. If I do this, would you do this? If I gave you a video to watch, would you really watch it? So those are the 4 steps. And we're going to use those 4 steps. Remember, you listen, you relate, tell stories, and use if I, would you, right? You don't have to cram this thing, but you have to just connect to the person's pain. That is one of the most important things from this slide, connect to the person's pain. So remember, there are 2 types of objection. People that don't believe in network marketing or people that don't believe in themselves. Some people don't believe in themselves. So some people don't believe they can ever succeed. All right. So you have to narrow them to these options and know how you follow through. So here are some common objections and how to handle them. Yeah. Let's look at this one. Oh, I don't have any friends that would like to do this platform with me. I don't have any friends. So remember, I can act surprised. What? You don't have any friends? How about the day your child did the birthday? I saw lots of people here. Come on. What? You don't have any friends? And all those people fill your house? And somebody says, I make enough money already and I'm fine. All right, I understand. You can respond by saying, I understand. This one, I will simply just spend time to connect with the person. I understand. You might just collect some money. Sometimes you get lump sum from your office. You get good money. You can buy a car. You can build your house. You feel you're comfortable. But let me ask you, all right? Let me ask you a question. I feel what you're saying. I understand it, all right? Because I also have a job that pays me good enough for me to do lots of the things I want to do. But I just want to ask you, will that job be yours forever? Are you going to be in that job forever? Or what will happen if suddenly you come to the job and they tell you your services are no longer required? Do you have enough money to cope for the next 10 years? Or what happens if you retire? I thought about all these things. Let me tell you a story. There's somebody, a colleague that retired, and once they retired, because they did not plan their retirement, they just started looking pale. They were a shadow of themselves within 2 years. And in less than 5 years after retirement, they died. So lots of people are suddenly confused after they retire because they never explored anything outside their job because they felt comfortable while they were in the job and they can't really blend into any other thing, right? So I'm not telling you that you must do this, all right? I just want you to really think about it. Remember, come to the presentation, listen, and you can walk away. So that's how you can handle that objection. But you must find time to connect to the person's feeling. You see, this one is not pain. The person is feeling, I have enough money. I'm fine. What am I going to be doing with Orum? Oh, Dangote has enough money, but he's still running businesses. Why is he not folding his arms? So rich people want to make more money. Or don't you want to make more money? So what I'm telling you is that these objections, they might throw them at you. You have to remember those 4 steps, yeah? You must listen, then relate, connect with them. Somehow, you don't just connect with them and say, oh yeah, I get you, I get you, I get you. I really understand. In fact, what you're saying now is exactly how I used to feel and think. In fact, you got it. This is what you said is exactly the way I was thinking. let me tell you a story. Then the story is to bypass their objection, and then they listen to your story. You use the story to home in, bring them back. I said, okay, listen, I'm not telling you that you must do this thing, but I just want you to join the presentation and listen. Hey, after the presentation, you can walk away. If I send you a link to the presentation tonight, can you join by 8 p.m.? Well, that's how you can overcome objection. All right, so we have more objections. Which one here works for us? Some people say, I don't have money. Oh, you don't have money. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, I get it. I get it. It's not easy. The economy is terrible. And I feel it. I feel it. I feel for you. Man, I remember some years ago when I was so broke, I was looking for who could raise me some little money, and nobody could. Nobody in the whole world could. It was crazy. Weight on my shoulder was too much. I was confused. But you know what? I just had to tell myself, how many more years do I have? As these kids are growing up, will I keep telling these kind of excuses for small money? Will I keep saying I can't do this every time? How many more years will I keep saying I don't have money? That was the question I asked myself. How many more years will I keep saying I don't have money? And I realized that I had to figure out a way to get money, get started, and learn everything about the platform. Guess what? Today, I can tell you I've made hundreds of millions of my local currency just because I took up the challenge and said, I am tired of staying broke. And what I'm presenting to you today, I say, come to the meeting, is something that if you just attend, it might be the beginning of a change of your financial destiny. I'm not saying you must do it, just come attend, listen. So this is the skill. You must use those 4 steps. You don't have to use all 4 of them. But you see that one, that you must connect with the person. When you connect with the person, you must tell a story. The story must be your story or somebody else's story. It can either be your story or somebody else's story. Then you tell them, action, action. All right. If they've joined the presentation, you can tell them, see, you have to look for money to get started. Okay, how much do you save a month? If you save for 2-3 months, can you raise this money? Give the person suggestions. So you find out that you've built rapport with the person. You've started relating. And so the person is now going to be more connected with you, and the person will sign up. It will just be a question of time. So, but you must overcome their objections. You must overcome their objections. This first one on this page says, I want to sleep on it. What they're just telling you is, I want to run away from you right now. If somebody tells you, I want to sleep on it, yes, and I just want to get away from you right now. It's just an excuse. All right. Somebody says, how much are you making? Say, wow, how much I'm making? This one is even the sweetest. You say, how much I'm making? See, look at one of my accounts. This one is with Orum is so easy for you to do. All right. Somebody could say, oh, nobody really makes money in all these things. Of course, you know how to counter those ones. You can tell them, I get you, I get you, I get you. How much did you make in the ones you did? Then feel it with them. Say, yes, I used to be like that. In fact, there was one I did. I didn't make any money. I lost my money. I did. But then this is what I found out. I did my research. I watched Eric Worre's videos. I found out that there were people who had made $1 million from network marketing. I decided to work. And I'm telling you now, after learning a few things, I'm making hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I just want you to, open your mind. Don't be thinking it doesn't work. I can tell you people today that have become billionaires from this thing. First, you just come and listen to the presentation. Oh, you've listened already. Okay, great. So you just have to get started. Again, just give yourself a chance, but work with me, because I will show you that this platform can gradually be giving you money enough to always buy you fuel. If you have money that's from Orum that's always buying your full tank every week, will you be happy? Let's go and achieve that goal. Yeah, so if I can buy full tank, I'll be very, very happy. At least for a year, you've connected to the person, and then you take it from there. So remember, objections are opportunity to create rapport. If there's any objection you want us to deal with, you can drop it in the chat box so I can hone in on it. I won't want to make this session too long, so I might be flying through some of the slides. Okay, so bottom line, that's it. All right. Somebody will say, if I join, will you help me? You can just say, kindly clarify what you mean by can I help you? What help are you referring to? You have to get clarification sometimes. When you get the clarification, then you can now begin to feel. Because if you are feeling the wrong thing, the person will say, no, that's not what I mean. So if you get a feedback that is not clear, feel free to ask, how do you mean? Why do you feel this way? Ask those why. What exactly do you mean? Clarify. Then when you understand it clearly, you now home in and then use the feel, felt, found methodology. Feel, felt, found. Remind me to talk a little bit about feel, felt, found before we're done with the presentation. All right, so don't be discouraged if people are not willing to join you. I really want to encourage you on this one. Don't be discouraged if people initially are not willing to join you. It is because from the year of 4, they have received programming from a different background, and that programming has wired them to behave in a certain way. So your job is to help them to change their perception. It's a gradual process. Their perception of the network marketing profession and their perception about themselves. So that's a lot of work. But if you get the job done properly, they are going to sign up. Feel free to allow people to express their frustration. Don't be tired of it's that frustration that they are expressing. You have to understand the frustration, then feel the frustration, and then tell them, oh, you and me, we are the same. We are the same. In fact, what you said now, this same thing, that's how I felt. That's exactly how I was feeling. I was feeling like this since from the age of so, you would just say so. I was feeling like this. I was feeling like this. Oh my goodness. I've lost plenty money from Ponzi schemes. Or I've lost. I told people I'm even paying some people back now. Now so me too. I'm paying people back. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And I feel the pain. I remember the time when somebody did like this, like this, like this. It was so frustrating. No, no, no. I can feel exactly what you're saying. Let me tell you what happened to in my own story, or you give another story that you're aware of. And so this, that. But here's what we found. We found out that if we fold our arms, hungry will still kill us. So we decided, hey, this time around, we are inviting people to come and do Orum according to the financial muscle, even with $100 and $120. Do the one that your mind is okay with. We are not telling you to come and go and bring $100,000, $50,000. No, just come in and do 500, 300, 100 as your mind likes it. And the person will say, okay, no problem, I've had you. Then, of course, when they start, when they see the beauty of the platform, they themselves will get involved. So don't be discouraged. It's part of the process. Those feedback, yeah. All right, so these are just examples. I'm not gonna this one you can read it up in the videos later. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this one. But the slide I'm gonna tell you is don't lecture people, just share your experience or the experience of your upline or the experience of Dr. Money or the experience of anybody. Always share experiences. Don't lecture people. People don't listen to those lectures. It's your experiences they will connect to and change their thinking. Or when people say, I need to think about it, you can tell them, I like to use this one. Okay. They'll say, okay, let me think about it. You're not getting away from me. They say, what exactly do you want to go think about? Tell me the points you want to think about. What points out of the presentation do you want to think about? You realize they're not thinking about anything. They don't want to think about anything. They just try to get away from you. All right. So I like to know exactly what you want to think about. You want to think about it, that's fine. What are the points from the presentation that you want to go think about? I love using this one. They'll just look at you, okay, what are you trying to prove? And then you realize that they're just trying to get away from you. You just want to let them know that, yeah, I know you're trying to get away from me. I know you're trying to get away from me. All right. So, but come on. I used to say this a lot, but here's what I found. If you keep thinking about it, does thinking about it increase your cash flow? Yeah, if thinking is to bring more money like that kind of thinking. So sometimes you have to shut down your analysis paralysis, shut it down, and just get started, then learn how it works and grow cash flow. Look at my story now. When I heard about Orum, people were saying it was a scam, it was not real. I just analyzed it, saw Brian Benson, looked at the ROI. It made sense. Then I saw the proof of the trades. I said, no, I will try this one. Enter with $120. Started studying it, and I saw it was even bigger than I'm thinking. And today, all the people who said it's a scam, it's a scam, today they are doing it. Yes, that's how you, all right, that's how you do it. Somebody could tell you, oh, I need to go ask my spouse um, to discuss with my spouse about it. And that's true. Maybe they've agreed not to do anything separately. They have agreed to discuss together before they do anything. All right. So you can tell them, all right, that's fine. But can I be a part of the process of telling your spouse? Because sometimes people go tell their spouse and tell the spouse the wrong thing, and they can't answer lots of the questions from the spouse. So can I be part of the process? Like, can I send you a video you can share with your husband or share with your wife? A short video. All right, then you guys discuss and let me know if you need me to clarify some questions. So this is how you handle that kind of spouse permission objection. Actually, if somebody says I want to talk to my spouse, I'll say, okay, that's great. Do you need my help in the process of talking to your spouse? All right. Can I send you a video that you can share with your spouse so that the spouse will hear verbatim the presentation, not your own watered down. You won't tell the person like this, but you that's the reason why you want to be part of the process, so the person doesn't portray the matter wrongly. All right, that's how you can overcome such objection. So people will tell you, I want to go and pray about it. You want to pray? That's cool. That's cool. I mean, I also pray. How long do you want to pray about it? How many days or weeks do you want to pray about it? All right, when do you want me to call you after the prayer? 2 weeks time. All right, great. Is 2 weeks okay for you? So pray for 2 weeks, then I'll let you know. After you pray for 2 weeks, how many weeks do you need God to answer your prayer before you will know? Oh, instantly, okay, good. I will call you within 2 weeks. But if you need 1 more week, I can give you 1 more week. Just have the conversation, and that's how you overcome prayer objection. All right. How do I know that this company is going to last? When you say last, what do you mean? Can you clarify? Now, all these platforms that come today, they vanish tomorrow, they stay 1 week, 2 weeks. They say, you not tell the person, oh, that's what you're talking about. This company that come and vanish. No, 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 no. That's not. Let me tell you this. See, those platforms that come and go, they used to do 100% a month, 50% a month, 40% a month, 30% a month. All those platforms are Ponzi schemes. That is not what Orum is doing. See Orum percentage. Those platforms that vanished, did they show you the 6 months trading results? Did they show you of their trading? Nothing. They just told you that they're trading, Abi, and then you trusted them. They just showed you one screenshot of their own exchange environment that they are manipulating, and you believe, hey, that's the reason. So this one, let me tell you, this is Orum. See how Orum is. You take Biro and paper, you just explain. You see, that objection they gave to you. How do I know the company is going to last? You just ask for clarity. Maybe you don't know what they mean by last, because you always need to ask for clarity, and it will help you when you get clarity, exactly the concern. You now hold that concern and rub it. I used to think like this. This is one of the first things it was bothering me before I joined Orum. This is the question I asked my upline. I asked my upline's upline. I asked everybody I met. How do you know that this thing will last? But this is the story. Let me tell you what they told me. I realized that every platform I did, I lost money. The people that are the CEOs, I can't confirm that they've led any company before. They just came and show face on that platform. But we have Brian Benson. You just take it from there. That will help you build rapport and really get the person to have a more open mind. But then you can also tell the person that, you see, when it comes to lasting, your skill that you have is what lasts. Not your skill that you have is more powerful than even the platform. And that's why in our group, we train people on how to talk to people. We train people on how to overcome objection. We train people on how to follow up. We train people on how to become leader. We train people on how to get unshakable belief. We give you these 5 trainings. And when we train you in these 5 trainings, if you practice them, you become somebody that will be pulling crowd. And there's no money that you cannot make. Really? So don't worry yourself, just get started. We'll give you skills that will transform your results in this platform and any other platform that we need to get into. All right, so this is the final slide. There are 3 key factors in every activity. Factor number 1, knowledge of what to do. You want to build a team. You want to build a team of how many people? Let's say 500 people, 1,000 persons. How do you start? You get your first 5 persons, right? Or first 3 people. Okay, how do you do that? So knowledge of what to do is one thing. Knowledge of how to do that thing you should do. That's what we do in these sessions. Then the third one, knowing how to behave in different situations. That's why we're giving you training on how to overcome objections, because different situation, you behave differently. But remember, before you change how you behave, understand exactly by asking clarification from the prospects. Objections are a blessing. Once you hold it well and rub it properly, massage it properly, understand it properly, you will connect yourself and the prospect. You will have a relationship, and it will be easier for them to join you in your business. Overcoming objection is a very important skill, and I want you to have it. Thank you very much for your time. Pass this recording to any of your prospects and members who would like to build a room.